Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Now y'all know I love me some jerk chicken. Well today I'm going to show y'all how I use some boneless, skinless chicken thighs and make a jerk chicken sandwich. We're going to make us up a jerk marinade, burn and turn those chicken thighs over some hot coals, and then build this big old Caribbean sandwich with it. It's going to be good. Let's get to cooking, y'all. For this recipe, I went to Walmart, picked me up a pack of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Now normally, they use whole chickens to make jerk chicken or cut up pieces of skin on, bone in. But for a sandwich, I like to use these thighs. They got more flavor, they get nice and crispy because we're gonna get them burning and turning over those hot coals here in a little bit. But first, we gotta mix up a jerk marinade. So what we're starting with is some green onion. Now, I took about 3 green onions and chopped them up pretty fine, just the green part. Then I want to add a little bit of scotch bonnet pepper. Now, if you can't find scotch bonnet, you can use habanero. It'll work the same. And the heat level is up to you. I did about 4 or 5 in this little bowl, but I'm just going to rake out about half. That's going to give us all the heat we need. But if you like it super hot, dump it all. Then we're going to add some dark brown sugar, a little soy sauce, fresh squeezed lime juice. That's about 4 limes I got right there. Then I want to season it a little. We got some salt going down. Give it a bunch of cranks. A good cracked black pepper, and then we got jerk seasoning. You could use whatever jerk seasoning you like. Y'all know I got that Jammin jerk, and I'm just going to take the lid off this dude and eyeball me out about a heaping tablespoon. That ought to be good. Ooh, that smells good. Drizzle in a little olive oil, kind of smooth it out, and that's an easy jerk marinade right there, y'all. Now we're going to take a Ziploc bag. You could use a Tupperware bowl with the lid. We're gonna start putting our chicken thighs in it. So let's just bust them out. I'm not trimming them, doing anything to it. These things come pretty well cleaned. If there's a little fat on there, that's gonna give us some flavor. We're gonna chop this stuff up at the end anyway to make our sandwich. And we're gonna take this marinade and pour it right over that chicken. Squeeze all the air out. Toss it around. Make sure all that chicken is getting covered with this marinade. Now this chicken only needs about an hour to soak up all those flavors in the marinade. It's thin, boneless, skinless chicken, so it's gonna absorb it pretty quick. While it's hanging out in the refrigerator, it's gonna give me time to knock out a few other things. I got a slaw I'm fixing to put together. I'm gonna make up a glaze, and I gotta get the grill going. We gotta have kind of a vegetable element to go with this jerk chicken sandwich. A slaw is the perfect thing. So I'm gonna make an Island Slaw. It's gonna start with some good old blue plate mayonnaise. I don't know if they have that in Jamaica. In the South, we sure do. You need a couple tablespoons of blue plate. Then we're gonna give it some Dijon mustard. There's 1 tablespoon. There's 2 tablespoons. We're gonna season that with some salt, a couple cranks, a little black pepper, and then we're gonna add some red wine vinegar. That ought to be good right there. Now we're just gonna mix this up into a slaw dressing. You just wanna whip it up till it's kind of smooth. Get all those lumps out of the mayonnaise. I want it to taste good, y'all. Oh yeah, that tastes like coleslaw dressing. Now I'm cheating today. I just went and bought a bag of coleslaw. It's got some carrots, some of that red cabbage in it. Bust that open and get it in a bowl. You could do this in a Ziploc bag too, but you're gonna take it somewhere, you just wanna make it easy to transport. To that I've got some green onion. You gotta have some hot peppers. Y'all know in Jamaica they got those scotch bonnets. Use habanero, whatever kind of hot pepper you like. You can leave that out if you're a little scared of the heat. Then we need some red onion. About a 1/4 cup of red onion. Just give us a little more crunch. And for the sweet element in this Island Slaw, I chopped up some fresh pineapple. Don't use the canned stuff. It's gonna give us all the sweetness we need. We don't have to add any extra sugar. Just gonna take some tongs and gently toss it all together. The enzymes in that pineapple is gonna start breaking down. It's gonna start wilting that cabbage, getting the onion soft. That's what we want. But we wanna add this creamy dressing to it. I'm just gonna pour all of it right over the top. Get all that goodness out of there. We're just gonna toss it together and let it sit. It needs, 30 minutes to an hour just sitting in the fridge. You can cover it with some plastic wrap. Throw a lid on the bowl if you got one, or zip it up in a bag. It all works. Today, I'll be cooking on my Weber grill. I'm gonna set it up for a 2-zone fire. Starting out with a charcoal chimney full of Royal Oak briquettes. I got 1 Royal Oak tumbleweed getting hot. Then I'm gonna set that chimney right over it, give it about 17 minutes and those coals will be ready. Dump them out on half the grill. That leaves me a void on the other side of that fire grate. That's 2 zones, hot side, cool side. Put your cooking grate in place, lid on, open the vents 100% and let that grill get hot. I need it to breathe. I want to be able to sear over those hot coals. Now real quick, let's make a jerk glaze. First, I'm starting with some ketchup, some dark brown sugar, and some honey. Then we're gonna squeeze some fresh lime juice into it, red wine vinegar, a little bit of soy sauce. I'm gonna hit it with some jerk seasoning to give us those Caribbean flavors, some white pepper, some cayenne pepper, salt and black pepper, and then just stir it all up. All right, now we're ready for the fun part, y'all. Grilling this chicken up, burn and turn style. And I'm just gonna grab some tongs. Ooh, now that smells good. But I'm just gonna grab these pieces of this boneless, skinless thigh, leave those onions, leave all that pepper, that marinade on it, and we're gonna put it right on this hot grate over these coals. Y'all listen at it sizzle. There really ain't no right or wrong way, but we're gonna throw this chicken right on this grate, and we'll work in batches. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to crowd the grill, leave plenty of room for it. Throw one more on here. I think I got room there. That's a big one. Now I'm gonna hit this chicken with a little bit of extra jerk seasoning right here on the cooking grate. Just sprinkle it over each one. As we flip it, we'll add some on the backside, but that's just gonna give us a little more jerk flavor, and I like the way it smells hitting that fire. Put the lid back on, give it a minute or so, and then we'll check it and see how it's cooking, y'all. This is a lot like that burnt-ass chicken video I did, except that was barbecue style. Still boneless, skinless thighs, cooking them over hot coals, putting them in a sauce, putting them back over hot coals. We're doing that, we're just doing it with jerk flavor. Once that fire it goes out, you add air to it, it flames back up. This one's been on here the longest. How's it looking? Oh, and I just like to start flipping it. We're gonna get several flips out of it. Starting to get a little char action. Hit this side with the seasoning, smelling good. That aroma is hard to beat. Lid back on. Every minute or so, flip it, and just keep doing that until the chicken gets done. Thighs go to 175 internal. I'm not tipping these boneless, skinless thighs. It's an eyesight thing. Just watch them. If they start getting too dark, move them over to that safe zone. They'll keep cooking. Man, this is what, second flip? Look at that. Start to get that caramelized look going. Oh, yeah. Now you can see this piece right here, that's starting to look like it's done. I don't need it to get too dark on me. So what I'm gonna do is move it over to the safe zone. It's still gonna get some heat over here. I'm just gonna let it hang out. We'll just start stacking these dudes up. We're ready for another round, y'all. And we're gonna turn it so much, I don't really care how it fits on there right now. We just wanna get it on. One last one, am I gonna snake it right in there? Yeah. Let's hit it with a little bit more of that jerk seasoning. Whatever jerk seasoning you're using, give it a little sprinkle down, a little added Caribbean flavor. Now I got my second round on. I'm gonna take a little metal pan, set it to the side here. That glaze I whipped up, the brown sugar, the ketchup, the honey, the soy sauce, all that goodness, the heat, let that start getting happy. Now we're gonna flip these thighs over. They started cooking, you just give them a couple minutes. Ooh, it's hot over there. Now we're gonna hit them with a little more jerk seasoning right here on the grill because it smells so dang good. Lid back on, let them rock. This is live cooking right here, y'all. We've got fire going underneath the chicken. It's smoking, you're over it, but it's really easy. You just gotta learn to eat some smoke. I don't mind it. I wanna see that char action. I wanna see those little crunchy bits that these boneless, skinless thighs get. That's the little tasty morsels that makes this jerk chicken so good. If you did it with breast, it's gonna dry out. That's why I like the thighs. Thighs stay juicy, they're not gonna dry out. And I'm keeping that first batch warm over to the side over here. They're really not over any kind of direct heat. They're just staying happy. See the sauce is starting to heat up a little bit. That's what I wanna see. We're almost ready to start glazing all of it. This second batch is just about all completely done. All right, so I got the first batch ready, second batch ready. One little taster there. I'm gonna start back with this first batch. We'll put it back on the hot side. You could dunk it, you could drizzle it, you could do whatever you wanted, really. Well, we got plenty of room. Now that they cook, they shrunk up some. Bring our little sauce close enough. Grab your little brush, this is the easy way. And just take that brush and start brushing, kind of dabbing that sauce on. That's that jerk glaze. And that's gonna finish it off and really drive home that jerk flavor I'm trying to accomplish here today. And you could use this glaze on wings, on pork. Heck, I've even put it on fish. A little jerk salmon. What? Last one here. Dab it on. Put that over to the side a little bit. Now we're gonna start flipping this chicken over. Now we're gonna get the caramelizing going. And you gotta watch it here because it'll start burning on you pretty quick. And we don't want that. We're gonna hit this back side with the glaze. Many fools would have stayed in that smoke. I'm gonna get downwind. Let y'all get in it with the camera. So y'all can feel like y'all here with me if you in the smoke. By the time you get them all glazed, they're gonna be ready to flip. Because that fire's still hot, y'all. That's where we get that charred flavor, that sauce dripping down, that glaze dripping down in those hot coals. Once we get that backside glazed, we're gonna start flipping them. We're just gonna keep staying with them, y'all, flipping them about every 30, 45 seconds. They can't stay on the hot coals too long, or the sugars, the honey, the brown sugar in that glaze will start burning too much on you. We want the char flavor, but we don't want it to be bitter burnt. You just can't duplicate that smell, that flavor, the hot coals, the char. It's a thing of beauty, y'all. After a couple minutes of burning and turning on here, y'all see we start to caramelize that sauce. These smaller pieces are getting done. Just move them over to the safe zone. They're gonna be fine over here. We gotta get these big pieces caramelized up a little bit, and we're gonna be ready to make a sandwich, y'all. Look at that. That's beautiful jerk chicken. I like that piece. I always got my name all on it. Got that char action, sauce baked on. Get over those hot coals, chicken. Oh, we are getting there, folks. That might be the best looking piece all day. Char action, even got a little hatch marks to it. I really don't care what it looks like. We're gonna cut it up for the sandwich, but man, it's just glistening. All them little nooks and crannies get crispy. We got sauce all the way around it. Those jerk flavors. I'm excited. I'm really excited. That fast, maybe 20 minutes tops, grilling all that chicken. It's time to platterize it. Well, that's a platter of jerk chicken. All right, y'all, we're back in at the cutting board now, and all I'm gonna do is cut this chicken up into kind of bite-sized pieces, but they're really perfect for just cutting into strips. You can just take a knife and run right through them. You could lay them on the sandwich whole, but I think you get better bites and we pile up more of it if they're cut up. Plus, they go a lot further, and I get to try it all the time. Man, there's just something about chicken over hot coals, especially the thighs. Don't slip on these boneless, skinless thighs. They are delicious. A lot of people say they don't like dark meat chicken. Looking at that, would you think that's dark meat? Nobody's gonna tell me that's chicken thigh, dark meat, no good. I promise you, because it melts in your mouth. All these little crunchy bits, I try to angle my knife and keep them on the piece. So when somebody bites down on that, they're gonna get a surprise. It's gonna have some crunch to it. It's gonna have some caramelization. It's gonna have all that jerk flavor. That piece right there is as juicy as it can be. Now y'all know I ain't gonna squeeze it too much, but man, that's juicy chicken. We are ready to make the sandwich. So we've got these brioche buns. Been buttered, toasted just a little bit. First thing going on that buns is Calypso sauce. It's some blue plate mayo and some ketchup and some scotch bonnet hot sauce. Now I bought it at my local Kroger. You can probably find it online. Seasoned with a little salt and pepper, a little bump of white pepper. It's good to go, but I'm just gonna take and put a nice little layer on that bottom bun. While we're at it, let's go ahead and add some to the top, because y'all know we like it saucy. Then we're gonna take a couple of these sandwich stacker pickles, because I like dill pickle. Take some green leaf lettuce. We are getting our vegetables in today, folks. And now we're ready for that chicken. Just pile it up. Strips. If it falls off, hey, that's okay. Just pick it up and eat it and put it right back on. How does that look? That's a lot of jerk chicken on one sandwich. Then we're gonna grab some of our Island Slaw that we had sitting in the refrigerator with those pineapples, the red onion, the hot peppers. Put that right over the top. Practically vegetarian, folks. Close as I like to get to it. We're ready for the top bun. Now that's a jerk chicken sandwich. Ooh. Y'all think I can pick this up and try it? Oh man, that fell out, that's all right. Well, let's see how this sandwich tastes. If I can get my big old head around it. Man. At least a $20 sandwich. House, keep it up. Go back in for whatever fell off. That's how you make a jerk chicken sandwich. Thanks for hanging out with us today here at HowToBBQRight. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to that channel. Y'all know we're on all the social channels, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook. Shell and I are going to be talking about this chicken sandwich on our weekly podcast. Y'all tune into that and give it a listen too. We'll see you next time. I'm fixing to work on this sandwich.